Hi guys, welcome to Flash Fact. Today we're going to take a look at a mission that is known as the Suicide Squad training. It's an event, but let's call it a mission to keep it simple. And we're going to need the help of our friend the Red Warhawk to do it. And as you can see, our friend the Red Warhawk has the awesome new Red Lantern emblem, which is all kinds of awesome. So essentially, I mentioned with the time capsules that there was like three ways, well, two or three ways you could get the stabilizers. The first way is to purchase well, let's take a look at the currency for those who don't understand. So essentially, there's these stabilizer that are used to open the time capsules, and you can see these stabilizer fragments. Essentially, if you gather, I think it's 15 stabilizer fragments, you're going to create one stabilizer. Hi, gaming expert. And with the stabilizer, you're going to be able to open a time capsule. And in the time capsule, there's a whole bunch of stuff. I made a video about that already, so I'd suggest you go and watch that if you want to know what's in the time capsule. Today, we're going to take a look at the mission that you need to do in order to get stabilizers. So again, either you get fragments from the mission I'm going to show you, and with those fragments, you're going to craft a stabilizer, or you purchase the stabilizers in the marketplace or in the loyalty vendor. I showed yesterday in my previous videos where to purchase them in the loyalty vendor, and you can see here in the marketplace the stabilizer are 90 marketplace cash, but it's dollars if you're not a member. Essentially, we're going to do a little mission, and let's get to it right now. I'm not sure why the menu freezes sometimes. Say my name. Are you Eisenberg? Not sure how to say modems21 hashtag. Okay, so essentially when we enter the mission, this is where we start. And you see there's this little console that we have to activate. Oh, thanks to modem. So let's have our little friend enter with us. I did it yesterday with Magneto and Saturn Knight. Essentially with a high level character, it's pretty easy. Although these guys are pretty high level too. Well, thank you. I was hoping to be able to show it with low level characters, but I've realized that we cannot do this mission with like a level 15 characters. We seem to need like at least a level 25 character. Essentially, I thought we could play this mission at level 10, but apparently we need to be a little higher than that. I'm just not sure what level you need to be. Although, as you can see, at least with a high level character, you can pretty much solo those little guys. Like essentially, I brought my friend Red Warhawk only for moral support. So I'm not sure if it's that easy if you come in at minimum level, because even though the game puts your character at level 34, there's quite a difference between combat rating 150 that is lowered to level 34 or a level 10 who is raised to level 34. We see that all the time with the various seasonals. Because essentially, even though both characters are level 34, the level 150 will have things like sidekicks and backups, and probably with some white mods. So as you see, we gained 6 stabilizer fragments. You saw that at the top of the screen. There's also a base item that we get. We got a blue luxurious chair. So let's take a look. And you can see here, like essentially, all the stats are lowered for our character, except for the defense somehow, which seems to be higher for reasons. Not sure why. And if we look in our currency, like now, right now we have seven stabilizer fragment. Not sure why I had one before. There was this sort of bug earlier today where people normally it's by you're supposed to get like 666 every time, six stabilizer every time you stabilizer fragments every time you do this mission. Somehow I had one already when I started today, but there were a few bugs earlier today, and they even took the mission down. So that probably comes from that. And the base item we got was like a chair. So far, I've seen a whole bunch of chairs. The coolest I've seen was probably an operating table, and there's a big red fridge also that you can get. So, and sadly, those stabilizer fragments are account bound. So essentially, I did this mission with our friend the Flash, and I cannot do it with any more of my character until tomorrow. So let's get out of here. Essentially, they did that so that people wouldn't be able to farm for stabilizers. So you can farm for them, but very slowly. Like essentially, if you're a legendary player, you can get one stabilizer every 2.5 days. If you're a premium player, I think it takes you 3 days to get a stabilizer. And if you're a free-to-play player, I think it takes you 5 days to get a stabilizer. And also, if I remember correctly, you don't want to replay that mission. Essentially, there's a like you can reset the mission, but it costs 87 marks of 87 replay badges. Hey, Roblox. So it's not worth it. It's way too expensive for no good reason. Essentially, they didn't want people to replay the mission, and they made a bunch of changes at the last minute, so that and somehow they didn't take the time to take out the option to replay the mission. But it's like a ridiculous price of 87 replay badges. Of course, if you have like thousands of replay badges, you may decide to spend a few if you want to open a box right away for reasons, but it's going to be way too expensive, so you don't really want to do that. Eventually, they're supposed to remove the option to replay the mission, so it's not something you're going to be able to do in the long run. And so you need 15 stabilizer fragment to create one stabilizer. So essentially, you have to play the mission about 3 times if you're a legendary player. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So this was a quick one just to show off the new Suicide Squad training ground or training. What's it called? Training. Oh no, Suicide Squad training. That's seems kind of weird. But anyways, so that's pretty much it for now, guys. Sorry for the quick one. I'll try to make a longer one maybe later tonight. So thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.